Welcome to Hey That's Me, a commentary podcast. I'm Patrick Hotner.
I am Brian Lynch. Patrick, what is this podcast?
Brian, this podcast is... You sounded so bored when you asked.
I was checking something on my shoe.
Oh, okay. This is a podcast where we do audio commentaries on movies and TV shows with people who worked on them who never got to do audio commentaries for those said projects.
We're doing God's work.
Honestly, I think that might be true.
Hey, what's your favorite commentary track on a Blu-ray or DVD?
Ever?
Yeah.
I think it's for Malcolm in the Middle, Season 7. I don't know what episode this is.
Oh, I was literally asking you what podcast, what's your favorite commentary
what's
track?
my favorite? That's a great question. I mean, the Spinal Tap one's really good.
Oh, so good.
What's your favorite?
I was going to say the Spinal Tap one.
Oh.
I've never listened to one.
Really?
I do like the Can't Hardly Wait one.
Yeah.
It's the directors and Seth Green, and
That's
it's
fun.
really fun. Yeah, and I learned a lot.
Well, in this episode, there is no commentary track for this episode. So this is the default commentary
So if you
track.
want one, you got to listen to this.
You gotta listen to this one. This is for Season 7, Episode 12 of Malcolm in the Middle.
Oh, my favorite episode.
College Recruiters.
Recruiters.
Written by Jay Kogan.
Jay Kogan.
Who's our guest today.
Who's our guest today. Yep.
There you go.
I wasn't here for this.
No, you weren't. And I'm sorry about that.
Well, you planned it at 3 a.m.
Yeah. Sometimes you got to do what you got to do to keep Brian out of the house, you know?
Yeah, but also he was really pissed from what I hear that you made him come that early.
Well, he wanted it at 4.
Yeah, well.
He was like, can it be 4? And I said,
The witching hour.
I got to go to sleep. So we do this. This is...
We do this.
So we do this. This is a late Malcolm in the Middle. We're almost at the end of the show.
So Malcolm's
here.
no longer in the middle.
He's getting recruited for college in this episode.
Wow, okay.
This is the whole thing.
Great.
He's getting sold on where he needs to go.
Hey, did you see the new Malcolm in the Middle?
I did.
I liked it a lot.
Yeah.
It's cute.
Yeah, I think it's fun that most of them came back.
Yeah, well, yeah. I think one of the kids doesn't act anymore, right? I'm a little taken by the fact that Malcolm hasn't seen his family for years. They went the Force Awakens route, where like as soon as the show was over, nobody got along. But obviously the family doesn't get along all the time on the show. But it is sad that they haven't talked for a while.
Dewey, I thought he was a myth.
Oh, that's really good.
Yeah,
it's all real. That's the kid, the older brother. Yeah. But I like that the little girl, his daughter's getting caught up. Why are we talking about this?
No, it's fun.
It's not out yet, but it looks good. It really does look good. It's only 4 episodes.
I know.
Crazy.
It schedules.
Well, sure.
Probably only get Cranston for a little
Cranston.
bit. Yeah.
Amazing. And he seems like he steals
He's fully on board still.
Seems like he's the most on board.
Yeah.
When he's crying on the Zoom, that made me laugh.
Yes.
Yeah, so this is great. I can't wait to hear it. I'm going to watch Malcolm in the Middle without the commentary track and then watch it with the commentary track.
This episode came out January 22nd, 2006.
2007. Six.
2 days after my birthday.
Is it mentioned?
It's not.
Oh, you should have
It's
brought that
implied.
up. Okay, great.
Someone's like holding a sign in the background. That's kind of it.
Okay.
You can watch this on Disney Plus or Hulu, and you can either sync it up or just listen to it like a podcast.
Well, and then you can watch the WandaVision episode that parodies Malcolm in the Middle with this commentary, and it won't match up.
But if you play it backwards, it will sync up.
Oh, that's pretty. You are really good at this.
All right, here we go. We're going to count down from 3 and then say go and press play on go. Here we go.
3, 2, 1, go.
All right, Jay, here we are. College Recruiters, Malcolm in the Middle. How did you get on this show?
That's a great question. I'm not sure exactly.
Great.
I remember I knew Linwood Boomer for many years. We had tried to work together on a pilot while he was at Universal and I was at Universal. There was a British show called Red Dwarf that we were going to try and turn into an American version of that show.
Yeah.
Never did get to do that, but I got to know Linwood very well, and he's a very fascinating, interesting, weird-ass guy.
Yeah.
This show, Malcolm in the Middle, is his life. There's no one else's life. Like, you can pitch the greatest story in the world, and he would say, no, I would do it this way. And it'll be right because it's his life.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's like Larry David with Seinfeld or not quite Curb, but Seinfeld for sure. He says this happened to me, and a lot of this stuff, as awful as it is, happened to him. So he's Malcolm. Linwood Boomer is Malcolm.
Is that easy or does that feel restricting at all?
Well, it's easy because it's just like it's very naturally.
Sure.
You just get to know what's right, what feels right.
Yeah.
There's Bryan Cranston. He's my favorite actor of all time.
He's so good in this. And this episode nominated for an Emmy for.
Yeah, he should be nominated for an Emmy just for waking up.
That is true.
He's really, really, really good.
What do you like so much about him?
Hey, that's me.
Oh, look at that.
What do I like about him? He's the guy.
I know that's such a silly question because it's like there's so many things that you could say.
First of all, he's a great guy.
Yeah.
But as an actor, he went through. If you read his autobiography, you'll hear how he was a slacker. He didn't know what to do. And he sort of coasted for a while. And then at a certain point, by the time he got to this show, and probably before then, he realized you got to work for it.
Yeah.
And you got to care. And if you're going to do it, you're lucky to do it. And every day we went to work, it felt like this guy loved doing what he was doing. And we would throw at him the shittiest stuff in the world. You got to be on a pogo stick for a week. You have to, your face will be covered in spaghetti all week long for 7 days.
Yeah.
He said, great. When can I start? How can I practice the pogo stick? When will I be doing the dancing? Get me the choreography. He was on board with everything. He was committed and joyful.
That's great. And I think that pays off with Breaking Bad because everyone knows him like this. So then when he comes in and he's like the badass, everyone's like, holy shit, like he can do both. So.
I honestly don't think the Breaking Bad audience knew much about Malcolm in the Middle. I don't feel like that there was a connection. I knew that the people who made Breaking Bad knew him as a comedic actor.
Yeah.
But I mean, and I'm going to make a general statement, which is I think comedic actors make great dramatic actors. Yeah. And I don't think the reverse is true.
Yeah.
I think that dramatic actors aren't always funny, but comedic actors, if they learn commitment and they learn timing and they learn, the amount of being in the scene and all that it's tender to be a comedic actor. So a lot of really great comedians are good actors. You could go back to Don Rickles and Alan King and all these people who were great dramatic actors.
Yeah.
It's Robin Williams.
Yeah.
And Bryan Cranston, and the list is endless about people who were really Tom Hanks.
Sure.
Great. They can do funny. They can do a lot.
Yeah. You came in season 6, I believe, so you were there for the last 2 years.
I don't count the seasons, but yeah, I showed up. I showed up at the end and got all the glory for basically doing nothing.
What is it like to come in when a show is like, I don't want to say wrapping up, but like winding down a little bit?
It's fun. It's new to me, so that new energy kind of helps everybody else.
Yeah.
So at least, that guy likes it.
Yeah.
So that's kind of fun.
Yeah.
I don't know what else I could say other than it's a machine that runs.
Yeah.
It's not anything you are not asked to be. They're not asking you to help create the machine and make things work. It's working. Just be a part of the machine. Don't get in the way.
Yeah.
Contribute as positively as you can to what's going on. Learn quickly. I learned quickly on this show that Linwood Boomer is going to change what you're going to do, and it's okay. So you just have to put stuff in front of Linwood, do your best, and then he wants to change it. Great. You can fight for a few things, but don't fight for a lot.
Yeah.
And let it be. It's never going to... All the endings, all the Malcolm in the Middle shows, and all their plots... I don't think AI could predict their plots. They're all very strange.
Yes.
They end weird. They don't end in a normal way. There's no happy endings. It's not a sad ending. It's a weird ending.
Yeah.
And it's very mercurial. And so if your job as a writer is to predict what Linwood would like, you're always going to get it wrong.
Sure.
And that's true. And he was fine with that. But just giving him the fodder of what's going to be good, he could then turn into something wonderful. And if he hates it, he'll tell you right away. And if he likes part of it, he'll tell you right away. And it's your job to sort of keep developing and keep developing and keep developing until it's good enough for him to change completely.
Yeah. Yeah. How was this room in comparison to other rooms? Like, was it the same setup? Would you guys all write together, then you go off and do your own thing? Like,
we would write together a lot. It's a single camera room and a multi-camera room are two different things.
Yeah.
Single camera room is like working at a bank. You get it 10 o'clock, 10:30. Shoot the shit. We'll figure out lunch.
People come in with a gun sometimes.
Pardon me?
People come in with a gun sometimes. Yeah.
Right. And then you go home at 5. There's no rush.
Yeah.
Scripts are going to get written. Once they're written, they'll be presented. There's not a lot of rewriting, heavy rewriting, because we're just working on story, outlines, very carefully outlining it. It's all about the story. Then you come in with an outline, and that outline is looked at and rewritten by the group and by Linwood specifically. And then you write your first draft based on Linwood's heavy note.
Sure.
And then the room takes it, does a pass, and then Linwood takes it and does a pass, and then it's over.
Yeah.
That's it. I mean, and on a multi-camera show, we'll talk about Frasier.
Yeah.
It's rewriting all night long until it's a different vibe. So this was a pleasure. I was in the room with really funny people. I remember, Alex Reed and Matthew Carlson were big guns in this room. They're really, they knew this show backwards and forwards. They lived this. They were there from the beginning. By the end, I believe Matthew was running the room instead of Linwood, like he was stepping away a little bit, and it was great. They know what they were doing. They're really funny. Eric Kaplan, this sort of genius weirdo in the corner. Micah Globerman, very funny writer who is loved to insult everybody all the time. So it was a lot of insulting. Rob Yulin, very funny. Andy Barbaro, incredibly funny. There was Jen Salata, who became famous on The Office, was there. There was a lot of really amazing writers that I was with. Al Higgins, who I love, was a consultant there sometimes. It was an amazing group. But so many writing rooms are amazing groups and amazing people. And I'm happy to say that I've gotten a chance to work with some of the best writing rooms in the world, including Frasier, including Simpsons, and these people are great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's nice when it comes together and the show is good, too. Because sometimes that happens where you're like, holy shit, this room is great. Why is the show not working?
All the time.
Yeah.
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 All the time.
Do you think there's a reason for that? It's just like, this just isn't clicking? Yeah.
It's the X Factor. Like, there is no
Yeah.
There is no reason why a movie becomes great or a TV show becomes great or doesn't become great. Everybody tries their best to make it great. I always shock people, civilians, by saying, name the shittiest show on TV. Those people have worked their ass off to present you with that shitty show. And I agree that it's shitty. It doesn't mean you have to like it better, but know that people weren't just palming it off.
Yeah.
They were really trying really hard.
People really
and
working
it
at it.
Sucked.
Yeah.
And this is true from sketch comedy and everything.
Yeah.
People are trying to make really good, really funny sketches. And
it doesn't always work.
It seemed like a good idea. A lot of people, it passed through a lot of filters to get it to where it was going. And then it was just died.
Yeah. Well, also you got to get in front of the right audience too. There's so many great shows that have been canceled because the right audience didn't find it.
Yeah, I guess with TV, the right audience is available to you.
Yes,
Everybody who owns a TV is available to, at least back in the 90s or whenever this was made, 2000s. TV was available to you.
Yes.
So you can find your audience. I guess Fox. This show is on Fox. I found that Fox had real trouble getting, and still does. Has it ever had a multi-camera or single-camera comedy
that worked?
That was a huge success.
Yeah, that's a great question.
Animation, yes, but I'm married with children. I think was a huge success, but for Fox, I still don't know that it was a top 10 show.
That's a great question.
This show is a success for Fox.
Sure.
Again, not a top 10 show, not a top show. When top 10 shows mattered, it doesn't matter anymore. But Fox is a bad place for this. I guess Fox also was the progenitor of what we're doing now, which was making more niche shows for niche people and finding enough of an audience to survive.
Yeah.
So,
would you go on set when you wrote the episodes?
Weybridge. I guess I lived on a street called Weybridge. I must have named the university Weybridge.
Yeah.
Say it again?
Would you be on set for the episodes that you wrote?
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Very rarely. They didn't need me.
Yeah.
And they would wake up again in single camera. The cast is getting there at 5 a.m. and staying till midnight.
Sure.
We're getting there very lazily walking in, having lunch, and then leaving. It's so different. And multi-camera shows, it's the reverse.
Yeah.
The actors
gotta be there.
stroll in at noon, do a half-hour rehearsal, and then leave. The writers are there all day, every day. So it's a different thing. Oh, I need a cut of the still of Weybridge. That's really funny. I remember when I wrote this college recruiting episode, my son was nowhere near college recruiting.
I was going to ask about that. Yeah.
So I think I was just going off of other things I'd seen and cliches and such. And maybe some other writers, maybe their kids, maybe Carlson's kid had gone through this college recruiting business. But these guys, these actors, fantastic. He I forgot his name.
Yeah.
What is his name?
It's oh my God, Justin Burfield.
Yes, Justin.
Yes, Justin.
So Justin became like an executive. Like he became this really smart executive. And
Frankie's driving cars.
Frank, well, that's a small. He saved his money. He did really well. Thanks to Linwood Boomer, by the way. Linwood Boomer made sure, because he was a kid actor too.
Oh,
he said you got to save your money, and he made Frankie save his money.
Wow.
And invest his money, and he's set for life.
Good for him.
Unlike so many kid actors who are not set for life. He's set for life.
That's great. I mean, they all seem like they enjoyed. Almost all of them are coming back for that revival that's coming out soon. And
yeah, I mean the one Dewey, the
Eric.
He said no.
Yeah.
He's got a real life going on. He doesn't want it. But everybody else came back. That bespeaks to, I think, the familial relationship here. These people love each other, and we love the family. As dysfunctional as this family is on TV, our family on that show was also a little dysfunctional, but more filled with connection and love because we liked what we were doing.
When you find out that Cranston's getting nominated for this episode, is that exciting? Like, does that feel like you got nominated in a way? No,
not at all. Like, it's like Bryan Cranston, fantastic.
Yeah.
He deserves every nomination all the time. If I'm lucky enough to get him in my episode, then I'm a beneficiary of his amazing talent. I don't get to take a bow for like writing something and Robert De Niro's in, and Robert De Niro gets a nomination and go like, look how good a writer I am.
Yeah.
You say he's so good. He makes it better.
Yeah.
He makes it better. And so no, I didn't take a bow, but I'm thrilled. Anything that we could do to sort of give these people their due, it's fantastic. I wish I had some bad shit to say about.
I'm not here looking for goss.
Well, I do a podcast. I'm looking for goss.
Yes, that's your podcast is great. I've watched a bunch of the clips that came out, but I watched 2 full ones yesterday. Okay. I watched the Writing Partners one, which was great, and I watched the David Silverman one.
Oh, great!
Because I like David Silverman a lot. He's a good guy.
Yeah.
And people plug the show.
Oh, it's called "Don't Be Alone with Jake Hogan."
Yeah.
And I'm Jake Hogan, and people have to be alone with me.
Yeah.
And I get a lot of comedians, a lot of writers, some directors, some political people, some people from different walks of life. I had a great show with a grief expert. And so it really is an excuse for me to sit down with somebody face to face. They're all in person, face to face. And I talk with people who I'm interested in talking to and who were going to solve a problem for me.
Yeah.
And so I always put a problem up and I say, solve my problem. Sometimes it gets solved. Most of the time it doesn't, but it leads to very interesting conversations. It's the kind of podcast I like to listen to. Yeah. And so it's based a little bit on, it's like a combination of Script Notes podcast and Conan O'Brien's podcast, like a real meld of those two things. Those are my 2 favorite podcasts.
It's enjoyable. And you get people, I mean, a lot of the ones that I've listened to were like, you're talking to people who you've known for 35 years or whatever. And it's, you can feel the friendship there.
Even people I don't know, like Tony Shalhoub, who came on.
Yeah.
Never met him in my life.
Yeah.
It feels like an old friend.
That's good.
Michael McKean came on. Never met him in my life.
Oh, wow.
Feels like an old friend.
That's a good one.
These guys are...
Yeah.
First of all, if they're nice enough to show up to my dumb little podcast, they are nice people.
Yes.
So I like them immediately.
That's great. Yeah. The set on this show was so good. It was something I noticed while I was watching it this time. It feels like a real house.
Yeah.
What do you think makes a good TV set?
Well, again, multicam versus single cam, different. Single cam, it just has to feel real. And see the cracks in the wall and how dirty it is and how dirty that door is. And you really have to yell at art director people to make things shitty looking. Yeah. They want their work to look beautiful. And you have to say, no, it's bad. There's a lot of times when a costumer will give you a good costume and say, this looks brand new. Yeah. And so I want you to take it in the street and drag it with your car. And they go, what are you talking about? I just bought this. It's like, yeah, well, it looks too nice. So they don't want to ruin their wonderful things.
Did this show ever do location shooting? Or
all
was
the
this...
time.
Oh, okay.
All the time.
Because I'm guessing this has to be a set,
it
right?
Is a set.
Yeah.
We shot on Radford.
Okay.
And so, so they built this beautiful set. And when you have a single cam set, you have you can pull any wall out at any time. So it should just look like a real 3-dimensional environment. On a single cam set, it should look like a real 3-dimensional environment and you pull the wall out.
Yeah.
On a multicam set, it's proscenium. So what's really important is nooks and crannies in the set, the depth. Things should have levels, steps, alcoves, different areas for people to talk in, separated areas, maybe a kitchen where you can do dramatic scenes separately, and at least people can have asides and entrances and exits, lots of doors, lots of ways to get in and out. It really helps.
What was your favorite TV show growing up?
Boy,
because you were adjacent because your dad was a writer.
My dad is a TV writer, and I watched nothing but TV. I was a latchkey kid.
Yeah.
So favorite show, hard to say. I always say Star Trek and Rockford Files, but I mean I watched everything. I watched The Wild Wild West. I watched Speed Racer. I watched Yogi Bear. I watched the Looney Tunes. I watched Gilligan's Island. I watched shows I hated all the time. Sure. I hated Bewitched. I hated I Dream of Jeannie. I hated it because characters were just making mistakes purposely. I hated that. I watched every episode many times.
Of course. I was a Genie guy more than a Bewitched guy. I never got the Bewitched thing.
Well, it's the same thing. It's like Genie, I don't want magic in my life. Leave me alone. And then she does something magical to destroy Major Nelson's world. And it's like, it's a mess. And Bewitched was the same thing. That the Tates and the boss would be coming over, and he would say to his wife, "Don't know magic," and then magic would ensue.
Guess what she's gonna do?
Exactly.
Did you take that later on when you were writing stuff, being like, "I don't want to do that. I don't want to make my shows feel like that"?
Absolutely. The things I don't do, which is like I don't have things happen for no reason. I hate that. Coincidence is not story. Story is when characters are doing things within their character, and then problems happen because of it, or good things happen because of it, and everything needs to be motivated through character and action. No Deus Ex Machina.
Yeah.
Also, this is a little pet peeve of mine. All you writers out there.
Here we go.
I don't have people talking to themselves when they're alone.
Oh.
That's complete bullshit to me.
Yeah.
Like it's an easy way to tell the story. Sure. Boy, I sure miss my girl, but that's easy. Show it.
Yeah.
Show somebody missing their girl. Don't say it out loud.
Yeah.
So that's my pet peeve. Now, I've worked in writers' rooms where people say, but I talk to myself all the time. I said, I don't care.
Yeah. This guy doesn't.
Yeah.
You might. This guy doesn't.
It seems like a cheat.
Yeah. When you're running a show, do you bring those rules into the room? You say, I don't want this. We're not doing this.
Yeah, I mean, I will say it'll come up, and I'll say like, let's not do this. It's a thing, and people will say, but I do. I said, you know what? I'm the showrunner. I get to just declare as a dictator, we're not going to do that. Even though I feel that you have a legitimate point, and when you do your show, you can have all the talking to yourself you want. I don't want to do it on this show. Yeah. Sure.
When you came onto this show, you were a producer. At what point does that? I know. But I was going to say,
producer's a title that they give writers.
Yeah, but I was going to ask, at what point does that happen?
Well, I first started writing on the very first show I worked on was called The Tracy Ullman Show. And that I was a staff writer, the lowest of low level. I worked my way up from staff writer to story editor to executive story editor to, I think the next thing is co-producer to producer to supervising producer, all in that one show.
Wow.
So
how long was that show on?
Like 5 seasons.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And so, but really that's just other names for writer.
Yeah.
Like that doesn't mean I had more responsibility. It doesn't mean I was like doing budgets. It's just what you get sometimes is a bump in credit in lieu of money.
Sure.
Say, instead of paying you extra, we're going to call you this. So it's not really that great. But once you get that title, at least in the old system before everything collapsed, you kept your title. And so you're going in as a supervising producer. And that's also a liability because sometimes there's shows that are looking for somebody on a lower level and you'd like to work on it. And they think, well, I can't because
he's overqualified.
Yeah. And so I always tell my agents, like, I do not care about my title.
Yeah.
I tried to get the title Mr. Funny Pants, but the Writers Guild would not allow it because I don't care about it. Like, give me $1 more and take away my title and I'm fine.
Man, if a show ended with said Mr. Funny Pants, that's amazing.
Mr. Funny Pants would be great.
Yeah.
But they couldn't do it.
Jane is so good in this show. I watched all the episodes you wrote, and there's the episode where she's trying to learn how to ride a bike. She never rode a bike, and it's just such funny physical comedy.
Yeah.
What did you like? Did you like writing for her?
I did. I mean, here's the thing. They're all like Brian, super committed. I feel like Brian had more fun, maybe than she did, but they were all really super committed and really funny people. And I did love working with them and working for them. I felt like I was working for them.
Sure.
And I loved I love what they brought to work. And I'm in a way I was sad that I was never really got a chance to know them well on the show. I knew them in passing, but these were Linwood's people.
Yeah.
And so our job was to support Linwood, and their job was to support Linwood, and everybody did. And Linwood did his damnedest to support them.
Do you think you learned anything from the show?
I learned from especially the story process here, try not to be so linear. Try to go in weird directions. Try to find motivated stories that go haywire in a real way that you could believe. That's fun. The broadness of this show in a single camera format is very cartoony, but yet it doesn't feel quite as cartoony as it really is. It's really cartoony.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of shows that couldn't be this cartoony and survive. I don't know. I mean, this is a precursor to Arrested Development, to other shows that are like it. I will say that I think I was emotionally invested in at least Malcolm and these characters a little bit more than I was the Arrested Development people, because that was so joke heavy. It was just like, what jokes are we going to see next? Yeah. Great jokes. Same thing with like 30 Rock.
Yeah.
Joke.
But they do
joke.
feel like real people in this show.
These feel like a little bit more real people because they're a little bit more problematic. and they're so flawed. Here's a great thing. They're so flawed that makes everything easy to write. So I'm always looking for the flaws on every character. I always was, but this solidified it. At Frasier, you didn't say the flaw, but there were flaws. Simpsons, the flaws are cartoony and they're obvious. But here they're real people, real actors playing people with real flaws.
Yeah. Well, it's great. Thank you so much for doing this.
Sure.
All right. See you guys. Malcolm in the Middle.
Everyone learned a little lesson at the end.
What did you learn?
Always believe in yourself.
I agree.
Yep. Good show.
All right.
Thanks. Wait, really? You're just...
I mean, you didn't listen to it, so you don't know.
I mean, it's a good show. People love the show.
This show was good.
There's a certain age group that loves this show.
Yeah.
I like the show.
Yeah.
But I'm on a thread with very successful writers and myself who, and all of them are so excited about this reboot.
That's great.
And I'm like, I'm happy for you. But they're like, you don't like it? I'm like, I like it.
Yeah.
But that's their show.
I mean, not every show's for every person.
Well, I think it's also just to hit you at the right age, right? Yeah. Mine's Growing Pains.
Show me that smile.
Come on. Can we get them? Can we get some of the Growing Pains?
Well, I'll tell you one that we won't get, but yeah.
Why wouldn't we?
Beyond that.
We'll get subs for him. It'll be his birthday all over again.
Yeah. Who do you want? Get subs for him.
I mean, Joanna Kearns would be great because she's also director. We could get her some episodes. And she's my childhood crush.
What was the other son's name?
Ben Seaver?
Jeremy
Miller. I was called Ben Seaver all throughout junior high and high school because we look alike. Oh my God, let's get him. That'd be fun. And we'll play a topsy-turvy switcheroo. He can write minions and I'll do. What is he up to? I don't know. I follow him on Instagram because I'm such a fan of that show.
Wow, I love that. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I also
used to watch that show constantly.
The spinoff, Just the 10 of Us, which
I don't know that.
I actually like better. And I had such a crush on one of the actors. Evidently, if you're on a Growing Pains universe show, I will have a crush on you. Tracy Gold. Yeah, and Boner. He passed away though.
Yeah,
very sad. He was the Joker in Batman Dead End. If you watch that terrible YouTube short.
Wow, I didn't know that.
So anyway, what were we talking about? Oh yeah, Just the 10 of Us. I had such a crush on one of the actors. She's the bug girl from Nightmare on Elm Street. She gets her. She's the Roach Motel. Brooke Feast. That I wrote 3 episodes of Just the 10 of Us. Hand wrote, putting myself in the show.
Do you have those things?
No, and the thing about it is I'm friends with her on Instagram.
Yeah,
and the little brother. Is the director, the little brother from Just the 10 of Us is the director of the Fantastic Four movie, Matt Shackman.
Oh.
So I think I could probably
get
a reading happen, but I don't have it's handwritten and I'm sure they're thrown out.
Wow.
But I made myself really cool.
You could write them again.
Oh, I could. I'd probably write them better now.
Yeah.
Maybe it'll be the spin-off or like the reboot.
I would love it if your life just turned into you rebooting Just the 10 of Us.
It would call Just the 20 of Us because everyone has kids now.
Sure.
Could you get Bill Kirchenbauer back as Coach Lubbock?
What's he up to?
I think he's out of the country. I'm such a fan of this show that I think he moved away with his wife.
Like just now? Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think because they had a Zoom reunion during the pandemic, and I think he was out of the country.
Oh.
Deborah Harmon is from good. That's great. From Used Cars is the mom.
Okay.
Heather Langenkamp also
wow
from Nightmare on Elm Street is one of the sisters.
Yeah. You ever see
We're not talking about this
you
show.
seen New Nightmare?
I have seen New Nightmare.
I love New Nightmare.
Yeah, I think it's the only that and Freddy's Dead are the only two I've seen.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Oh, and he fought Jason. I saw that.
They're all good.
Okay.
I think they're all good for their own reasons.
Not my cup of tea, baby.
Sure. I like New Nightmare.
I did. I like that one a lot.
Yeah, I think
Wes Craven was pretty great in it, too.
Yes.
Yeah, it was great. I hear 3 is really good, like as far as it goes.
Dream
Dream Warriors. That's
Yeah.
the one with Brooke Thies in it,
Oh, okay.
who I wrote parts for to be my girlfriend.
Wild.
Oh, boy.
Anyways, hope you enjoyed this episode of Malcolm in the Middle.
Did Malcolm in the Middle have a spinoff? No.
No.
You think they try that with the brother who's always somewhere else?
Yeah,
They try.
I don't know.
No.
You go check out our Patreon.
Should I write the spinoff?
Patreon.com/commentary.
Mm-hmm.
What would you call it?
Oh, what's the kid's name? The older brother?
Reese?
Reese.
There's a few of them.
Reese in the middle.
Reese?
Reese at the top.
I mean, there's Dewey, there's Francis.
Well, who's the one that's
And
always
there's
away?
Reese.
Oh, Reese is the older kid?
Francis is the oldest, and then Reese, and then Malcolm, and then
So
Dewey.
Francis is the one that calls in a lot.
Yeah.
Oh, so Francis in the middle is what you call her. Francis at the top. He
Francis
gets a
at the
good
top.
job in the first
Sure,
episode.
sure.
Francis at the bottom. He's a porn star.
Patreon.com/commentary, Brian.
He sounds like an old man rambling.
I know.
Yeah, get it. We put up an extra podcast.
Yeah,
with JoJo.
We recorded a bunch of extra episodes.
So good.
And they're all going up in the next couple of weeks. They're spread out. So if you sign up now, you get to hear a bunch of them.
Our scary movie one has more inside stuff than any other podcast episode we've done. I talk about my time on Scary Movie 3. I was like, should I have said that? I'm like, yeah, I should say
That's fine.
It was great.
But you got to sign up to hear it.
Oh, it's really good.
And truly, you sign up almost at any level and you'll get to hear it, which is great.
Right. Or just email one of us. We'll send it to you for free.
I won't do that.
I will.
Also, leave a review, Apple, Spotify, YouTube, whatever, wherever you listen to this. I don't know. It's all over the place. Check it out. Thank you so much, Brian. We got a great show next week.
What is it?
Should we just say who it is next week? We've never actually...
Okay, let's do it. Cameron Crowe.
Cool.
All right, bye.
Bye. Thanks for listening to Hey That's Me, a commentary podcast. This has been a That Was Just So Funny production. Your hosts have been Brian Lynch and Patrick Hotner. Music was by Alex Peabody, and our art was by Abigail Noy. You can find out more about the show by going to HeyThat'sMePod.com and checking out our Patreon at patreon.com/commentary. If you've enjoyed the show, please leave us a review on Apple Podcasts.